Hello, second graders. Welcome to PE this week. I am Mr. Briggs. I'm at home, just like you guys, or if you're not at home, you're somewhere where you're able to do our activity. This week, it's a little different. We need some equipment, we need stuff to use. So, what do you need? Let me show you. Number one, you need a ball to bounce, not a basketball, not a bouncy ball. I would say a tennis ball or a racket ball. Mr. Briggs is going to use his fun orange dog ball that his dog loves to chase, or he's going to use this small Nerf basketball that bounces and he can catch it. So something that can hit the ground and you can catch with one hand or two hands, but not a basketball because that's too big for our activity today. Does that make sense? Good. And you need a couple other things. One, you need a sheet of paper. This is my sheet of paper right here. It is crumbled up. That is perfect. This is a sheet of paper that you would throw away probably. So if you have a sheet of paper like that, get it. We're going to use that. You also need two flat objects. Mr. Briggs is going to use two paper plates. They are small. You can use big paper plates. Those would work 10 times better for you. But Mr. Briggs didn't have big paper plates. So let's go over it one more time. You need a ball that can bounce, a tennis ball, a dog ball that bounces. I don't have one of those. Do you have a Nerf ball? Something that bounces like this size? Use one of those. Anything like that, but no basketballs, no bouncy balls. You also need a paper that you can crumple up. Yeah, you can do that. And two flat objects. I like paper plates because they have a little lip right here that you can use to catch everything with. Go get those. I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, are you ready to get started? As you can see, I have space to work. If this means your space is outside on the concrete, excellent. If you're in the kitchen right there, make sure you have space to move your body a little bit. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be bouncing and catching. I'm going to use my green and orange ball. I feel like it's a good ball that's going to bounce for me. So what we're going to be practicing today is throwing the ball to the ground, having it hit the ground, having it come back up. We're going to take our two hands, put it underneath it, and catch it like this. We are not catching the ball like an alligator or a shark. We're not going to attack it. We're not, rawr. We are going to let it bounce, come up, and gently catch it. So let's see what I need. Watch Mr. Briggs first. He has the ball. He has it in front of him. He's going to throw it to the ground with one hand, catch it with two hands. Notice how my hands are gently going underneath it, and it's falling right to his hands. When I do this, I'm keeping my eyes on the ball. That's right, eyes on the ball. When we do these activities today, if your eyes on the ball, you are going to rock and roll. You're going to be fantastic today. And if you make a mistake, oh well, pick up the ball and keep going. Mr. Briggs does not care about mistakes, okay? So let's make sure we got this. You got an open space. You got your ball. Are you ready? Let's get going, guys. So one hand, bounce it. Catch it, stand there. Excellent. Notice how my two hands are going underneath the ball. Underneath the ball. Underneath the ball. Underneath the ball. That is what we're looking for right now. Just nice and soft. If you're feeling good with throwing it with one hand and catching it with two, walk around your kitchen a little bit, your bedroom a little bit, the school a little bit. Bounce, catch, walk around. Walk around. Walk around. Keeping your eyes on the ball. That's right. Two hands underneath it at all times today. Two hands. Two hands. Two hands. Now, I want you to take the hand that you were throwing with and not use it. I want you to use your other hand to throw it down. Bounce, catch. Now, if you're bouncing the ball and every time you bounce it, it shoots off somewhere, use your eyes and focus on one part of the ground. Mr. Briggs found some of his floor that's kind of a different color. So he's going to try to focus on throwing the ball right to that spot and catching it. So Mr. Briggs' eyes are on that spot. He's going to throw it down, catch it with two hands. Bounce, catch with two hands. Notice how my hands are going right underneath it. It is so cool. Remember, stand still right now. Make sure you're focusing on that. And now if you're having a hard time and you want to go back to your strong hand, do it. I want you to try everything today. And if you make a mistake, oh well. But if you're having such a hard time, go back to what you feel comfortable with. That's going to make you successful today, and that's what we need. So bounce, catch, maybe now walk around. walk, go around. Bounce, catch, walk, go around. Keep your eyes on the ball. Let's do this for about 10 seconds. Remember, we're not throwing it across the room, because if you throw it at you, I'm going to throw this ball all the way through the computer. It's going to hit you, and that's not going to be very fun for you, because you're going to go, ow! Don't do that. Now, I want you to take one hand, wave at Mr. Briggs. Put it behind your back. You're not using it now. Now we're going to use this ball to bounce, and put our hand under and catch. Remember, that hand is underneath it, because that ball's going to go down, up. We move our hand underneath it, and we catch it. We don't want to attack the ball. Because what is pushing this ball down? Who remembers? Starts with a G. Gravity. Gravity's up there. It's going to push that ball down. So I throw it to the ground, it comes up, and I catch it with one hand. Look where I'm catching it, right by my belly, right by my hips. Now what we don't want to see is you trapping the ball. A trap is when you pick it up and you slam it against your body. I caught it, Mr. Briggs! Well, you didn't catch it. Catching is with a hand or two hands. Trapping is when you put it against your body like that. That's not what we want. Bounce, catch. One hand. Now this other hand, like I said, right behind your back. Just like this. Walk around if you can. Walk forwards if you can. Walk backwards if you can. Mr. Briggs is about to hit the wall over here. And he did. Now, take the ball and put it in your other hand. Take that other hand, put it behind your back. Same rules apply. If you need to, start by just standing still. Find a spot on the ground you want to bounce to and catching it. Always keep your eyes on the ball. Now, walk around a little. Uh-oh, I kind of trapped that. You don't want to trap them, remember. If you make a mistake like a trap, just tell your brain, no trapping. And then you get back to work. That's the best part of what we're doing right now. You make a mistake, who cares? Just keep going. Walk backwards a little bit. Now walk forwards. Now we're going to do something. We're going to bounce it from one hand to the other hand. So it looks like this. So now we're just bouncing one hand to the other hand. One hand to the other hand. One hand to the other hand. Back and forth. Not like a basketball player where we're trying to dribble that ball with a crossover. We're not going fast right now. Catch it. Notice how my hand is still underneath it. So the ball will fall right to me. Because if it falls to my hand, that means I've kept my eyes on the ball. So keep it up. One hand to the other hand. Nice and easy right now. Walking around if you need to. If you don't want to, stand still. If you're having a hard time, just go back to one hand. Or just go back to two hands. That's the best part of what we're doing. Go at your own pace, but try everything. You might surprise yourself. You guys are excellent. Let's do this for about 10 seconds, back and forth. Excellent job. Right now, I want you to take a drink of water real fast. If you don't need water, I want to make sure that you have your ball and you're ready to go. So get a drink. We'll stop for about 10 seconds. Get a drink if you need it. I'm going to stand right here. So go get a drink. You have 10 seconds. Go. And you're back. Let's keep going. We just worked on catching it and going from side to side. Now we're going to do something that's like dribbling a basketball. We're going to try to hit it to the ground with one hand. You can use your right hand. You can use your left hand. You can go right hand, left hand. You can go right, left, right, left, right, left. Any of those work. But what we don't want to see is two hands at the same time. So let Mr. Briggs show you. He can use one hand. He can stop it. He can use his other hand. He can Stop it. He can go back and forth. And stop it. Perfect. But he doesn't want to see his two hands together. Now remember, if you make a mistake, smile. You're still awesome. Just keep going. It's okay. So let's do some dribbling right now. This is on your own dribbling. See how it feels on your own. Go. Keep going, guys. You're doing excellent. Remember, if you make a mistake, pick it up and try again. That's the best part about what we're doing in PE. If you make a mistake, all you gotta do is smile and say, I'm gonna get better. All right, now we're gonna stop. Now we're gonna see if we can do our patterns, throw a little math in there. We're gonna do one hit with our right hand, one hit with our left. Two with our right, two with our left. Three with our right, three with our left. If you can do that, then you go back to one. So watch Mr. Briggs. So I go, let's see here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Your turn. Let's go. 30 seconds. You got this. Go ahead and try it out. And if you don't want to try that out, just work on the dribbling, please. Get going. Go. Ooh, almost fell there. All right. You guys are awesome today. Now, we're going to do some more with the ball next week. But what I want you to do right now is take this ball, place it up there. You don't need that anymore today. Now, you're going to take your paper. The paper I am going to crumple up. And I'm going to use this for the rest of the day along with my two flat objects. Remember, these can be paper plates if you want them. They can be big ones. They can be little ones. They can be even books. Flat books that you can use to hit up in the air. You're going to use them as little paddles. So, what does it look like today? Let's see. So, Mr. Briggs has his two flat objects, and he has his paper. Remember, this paper is crumpled up. You decide how crumpled up. I want mine super crumpled up, so it will stay on my plate nice and easy. What I'm going to try to do now is take this and throw it up in the air and catch it. Just like that. So try 3 with your right hand, move it to your left, and then try 3 with your left hand. Oh, I dropped it. Guess what? Keep going anyways. Oh well. If you can do that, try to throw back and forth. Oh well. Use these, pick it back up, and keep trying. So go back and forth right now. Try that out. Mr. Briggs is making mistakes, but guess what? He's still out here trying. I kind of discovered that if I do short, small tosses, it's a lot easier than the big, whoa, hard tosses. So you might want to work on just nice, soft tosses. Something to think about, my little second grade friends. Oh, all right. Now take one of your paper plates, put it down. You don't need it for this one. You're going to take one hand, put it behind your back, and you're going to see how many times in the next 20 seconds you can hit it up in the air before it hits the ground. If it hits the ground, it's so simple. All you got to do is keep going. Try again. Pick it up. All right. 20 seconds. Ready. Go. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. How'd you do? I think I got about 40-ish, maybe a little more. But that's my right hand. Let's try my left hand. Other hand. 3, 2, 1. Go. Now remember, when you're doing this, small hits, you get a higher number. If you're just trying to hit it to the ceiling, you can't really get a high score because you're always waiting for the ball to fall. Go ahead and stop. Right now, pick up that other plate, and we're going to try to hit it back and forth, back and forth. This is a practice right now. Now, the best part about all these activities is you get to try them right now. And then later, you can ask your family members, anyone at home with you, to say, hey, you want to play a little game? And they might think, oh, I don't want to play a card game or a board game. No, just let's challenge each other. How many times can we hit these up in the air? It's something fun that everybody can do. So now we have it here, and we're going to go back and forth, back and forth. Let's see here. Let's do some practice. Let's do 25 seconds of practice. Ready, go. Whoa. Maybe if you keep them right next to each other, that's the best plan. So if you're trying to go side to side, you're all over the place. We don't want to be all over the place. We want to keep it next to us. Woo! And go ahead and stop. Right now, we are going to challenge each other. We're going to do a 30-second battle. You at home versus me. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Are you ready to try it? I am. We start at 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Get those legs bent and go. Keep your eyes on the paper at all times. Remember, if you drop it, you have to go back to 0 because that means you start all over. Keep your eyes on the paper. If you're watching and not playing, look how Mr. Briggs' eyes are always on the paper at all times. His head's moving. And stop. You guys are so cool. All right, my second graders. So, what did we do today? We worked on our hand-eye coordination. We did some bouncing today. We did some throwing up today with the ball or with the paper using flat objects. Remember those flat objects? You can use books, paper plates, anything. And what we did today, right now, you can practice all week. Any family member you see. Maybe you see a friend later today. You go, oh, I found this cool thing in PE I want to try. You can try it with them. Family members at work, they come home. They go, I got a game for you. It's something so simple and so easy to do right from your house, your bedroom, your kitchen, your living room, even outside. So right now, after this video, get some water, drink some water, and we're going to go to our health lesson, which is right under this, and it is about our digestive system and how our bodies take food, we chew it up, goes down our throat, our esophagus, into our stomach, and then our small intestines, our big intestines, all of that. So if you're thinking, Mr. Briggs, what is he talking about? This guy's all over the place. I am. But this is our lesson for the week. Thank you so much for coming, second grade. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys next week.